Let's dive into it. First foundation is love. Let's read the verse. 1
Okay.
Corinthians 13:4-7. Because love, if you have love, you actually have the right foundation, because love contains patience, contains kindness. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not, it doesn't keep record of, wrongs. Let's read the verse.
Okay, so love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres.
Okay, let's repeat that, because that's actually the foundation y'all are looking for in order for you to get married. Don't go, according to your feeling. I just love this guy. You don't even know what love is.
Right.
Right? So let's read it again. What's love?
Yeah. So one of the things that I remember I used to do is when I would pray about our love, I would actually go to that verse and go word for word what love is and apply it into my marriage. So example, I would say like, okay, make our love patient, God. Make our love kind, and make a love that does not envy, that does not boast, that is not proud, that does not dishonor others. Make it that it's not self-seeking, that we're just not looking for our own good, not each other's good. It's not easily angered. So like, let's not get upset at each other quickly, because it's easy to do that because feelings are involved. So I would pray about that often. And then what else does it say? It says it keeps no record of wrong. No record of wrong. It's easy to keep records of wrong. But the thing is, I think it has to like mirror the love of God, which God does not keep records.
No.
Once you ask for forgiveness, it's like you never did it. It's the same type of love that He wants you to have in your marriage.
Because God wants to have a relationship with you, just like me and you, right? So He's showing you the kind of love that you need,
basically,
in order for you to be successful in your relationship. The same way He loves us.
Right. Exactly. And then it's like the love that he mentions it on. We say that love is God. So meaning God is patient. God is kind. God does not envy. God does not hold wrongs. He's not easily angered. So God is love.
There's nothing selfish about God.
So basically having love in your marriage is having God in your marriage. If your marriage does not resemble God, then you might have to rethink that foundation of love that you have, and recreate that love. If it's not too late. It's not too late. But that's the perfect example. This verse here is the perfect example of what to follow when it comes to love. How love becomes a foundation.
The foundation that will sustain. Because the whole purpose of marriage is to become one, to have one flesh, one mentality. So God is showing you the real foundation that you need. The first foundation is the foundation of patience. It's the foundation of kindness. The foundation of keeping no wrong, no envy. All of those stuff that define love is your foundation. Second, when you have love, you have trust. The trust comes with love. Good foundation to build on is when you trust your partner. Like,
I remember what you did one time. You wanted to test my love.
No, for me,
my love, my loyalty.
We're not having any relationship if I can't trust you. It ain't happening.
Okay, fun facts. Okay, guys, I want to tell you a little side, like a paragraph. I'm putting something aside so you know what he did to me one time when you first dated. So what he did was, he basically, I don't know, there was this app that you could actually like create phone numbers, right? You can actually create a phone number, like a random phone number, and text people. Okay. So what he did was, that was back then. That was like, I think was like maybe like a few years into a relationship. And he texted me, okay, with that number, and acted like he was someone else from the past that I knew, and wanted to see how I would react. And I did not know that. I did not know that it was him. For me, I thought it was that person, that mutual friend that we have. And yeah, so he tested me. that's just an example about trust. He tested me and texted me and saying, "Oh well, hey, what are you doing? It's been a while. When are we gonna catch up? When are we gonna see each other? Blah 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 blah." And thank God, because I'm a loyal girl, obviously. I texted him right away. I'm like, "Oh, guess who texted me? This person texted me saying they want to meet up, blah blah blah." And then he came clean later on to say that it was him this whole time.
Right? So that gave me trust. I needed
That give me trust, man.
I
I was like, yo, you're not gonna get with me. I'm not that type of girl. You got the right one. I'm telling you. Anyways, yeah.
right? So it helped me to understand that, you know what, you can actually build a relationship with this woman. Because that was my way of, you know, being guaranteed that, you know, I can, you're trustworthy.
Right. Exactly.
So trust is important. It's a foundation that you need to build on. You said love, patience, kindness, and all that. Trust. Trust comes with truth. Truth, it's built on conversation, being open with your partner.
I believe that it's important when you get to know each other, that you feel like it's gonna go far, that you go through every single thing that you can think of and talk about it and reveal, you know?
Reveal. Don't hide anything. You know, your insecurity, let him know.
Because it will always show up. It will always show up. Whether it's a few weeks, if it's a few years, somehow that thing that you didn't want to talk about will always end up showing up somehow. Right? What stays in the dark comes in the light.
Because you build trust when you tell the truth, right? Conversation builds intimacy. The bonding comes from conversation.
Right.
And the more open, the more truth you are, the easier the bond will be. The fusion will come easily.
Right.
When you're able to be open, you have nothing to hide. You tell the truth. In your mouth, there's no lies.
Right.
Next foundation that you need as a whole, this foundation needs to be put together, like love, you say trust, truth. They all have to be together in order for it to create a good foundation. You need all of that. Not just love, but you also need trust. You also need truth. You also need commitment. That's the fourth one. Fourth foundation is have a foundation of commitment. What does that mean? When you commit, that means you actually restricted yourself from freedom of action. So you restrict yourself from doing whatever you want because you commit to something that's actually bigger than you, or you commit to something that you can't lie about. Like you have to be one with what you commit, with what you commit to, right? So that's the kind of foundation that you need. You need to be able to commit to your partner, to his needs, to her needs. Commit to that institution, a godly, ordained institution, which is the establishment of God. That's marriage is. That's what marriage is. The organizations of God, the establishment of God. Commit to that. Next foundation, it's knowledge. You need knowledge, the knowledge of God. You know, the only way Satan takes over this whole entire world is by keeping man ignorant, without knowledge. So you don't know the importance of your marriage. You don't know what marriage is. You don't know what love is. You don't know what it takes to stay in that long life commitment. You don't know what's the purpose of marriage. So Satan keeps you ignorant. So in anything, if you wanna be successful, just get the real knowledge, the original intent, the original plans of God is through the Bible, through knowledge. When you get the real knowledge, you will understand this world.
Right? Knowledge is power. And that's what I say. More power, more knowledge you have, the more power you have. Okay? The more opportunities to do better, to apply things you learn, All that comes with knowledge.
Knowledge. You need knowledge in a relationship. Don't go by your feeling, how you feel. I feel like my parent, pissed me off, so I'm trying to get back at them. So let me go get that's too low. Right? Get the real knowledge, the truth, understanding.
Because, like, if you think about it, we all come with a lot of baggage, a lot of a history. We come with a lot of values that sometimes we just inherited, things that we don't even necessarily believe in, but just because our family believes in it, we believe in it, and then we fight hard for it, and then we lose out, we miss out on good potential husbands or wife based on those values that you don't even know where it's coming from. All that background, right? And you have no clue. The only thing you feel is love for that person, but you have no clue how to run this marriage, right? Just like it's like there's a manual for it. It's you're going in blind without knowing what it takes, because it's all good. It's all good when we're all good, right? It's when things are all like happy and no arguing. It's all good. But what about when things get rough? When you guys don't understand each other, you guys don't communicate well, or how about the fact that you don't realize that we bring trauma in marriages. We bring past
experiences. We bring in our own culture, our own history, our own memories.
So there's no way that it won't clash.
So it's actually two different history that has to clash, two different memories, two different experiences, two different
as
habits.
Much as we have a lot of things, you're gonna have a lot of things that you're gonna have in common. There's also a lot of things that you won't have in common, that you learn from elsewhere, that he learned from elsewhere, and then you guys are finding a situation where you've never been in that situation. What about the fact that, example, you never had a healthy household in your home? You never had a wife. You never had your mom and your dad in the same household. How are you going to be, like, what do you, based on what are you going to know how to be
You don't
a wife?
have the knowledge.
Even people who do have both households, they don't, if you're not aware, you might not even have knowledge. So imagine now if you don't have anybody. So basically it means that, like, you have this. I think that's why patience comes in, and no record of wrongs, because it's not our fault. We're coming with a lot of things, and we have to do a lot of compromise. We have to do, like, basically, like you said, we have to merge,
adjust to each other,
right?
Adjust to your differences, right? You adjust in order for you to fuse together, right? You gotta be patient. It's a long life relationship. There's a reason why it takes so long for the diamond to join. There's a reason why, right? Because you need that pressure of the world, all of that.
Right.
Same thing with your marriage. You become fused, you become one. With the pressure of the world, with not understanding each other, with patience with each other, with your ability to adapt, to adjust to your differences, with your ability to actually put yourself in your partner perspective, like you can see the world
through their eyes,
through their eye, through the viewpoint,
through their lens.
Exactly,
the lens of having a lot of trauma, a lot of baggage, a lot of trust issues, a lot of mistakes that's happened in your past. All that you come with. You have a lot of great things, but you come with a lot as well.
So get the knowledge, the real knowledge. It will help you fuse.
You need help. You can't do this alone. You need help. You need to know what marriage is, what it entails, why it is such under attack as well.
Why, exactly.
That's why you went into the root, right, of the first institution that was created by God was marriage. And then that's what
Satan
the enemy tempted right off the bat in the beginning of the Bible.
And he's still doing it today, though.
Basically, our families are under attack. They go right where your foundation, which is your home, which is your family, right? The foundation of your children is who? Us. Right?
I always say Adam was husband and wife before they were parents. And then that's why they were attacked. That's why the world was still suffering till now.
And it's also mostly most marriages that are under attack are the one that are like, you'll see, like, it's worth fighting for. The devil knows that you're going to do great. The devil knows that you're going to elevate, that you're going to procreate, that you're going to, so he's going to do? He's going to try to cut it at the source, which is the family, the marriage, the foundation. And what is he going to do? Exact opposite. He's going to take out the patience. He's going to take out the kindness. He's going to add the record of wrongs. All that stuff. It's going to be.
He's going to remove your sense of empathy that you may have. He's going to remove your ability to communicate. He's going to remove your ability to work through problems.
Trust. Right? He's going to put some doubts in your head, or he's going to make you think that you can't trust your partner. Or, all the foundations, the good foundation that you need, it's going to be the exact opposite. If you don't be careful, because the enemy he's very sneaky. He's going to put exactly what you need to sustain your marriage. It's exactly what he's going to take away. The patience, the guidance, the kindness, the record of wrong, the easily angry. He's going to take that away.
But don't get it twisted though. You have it in you. He's oppressing it. So I want you to ignite this foundation in you right now. If you're married, you believe in God, you're married. I want you to ignite those foundation that we're talking about right now. Love. You know what love is. We gave you the verse. You have it in you. Start loving your partner. Be patient with her or with him. Be patient. Be kind with them. Don't be easily angered for no. Control your emotions.
We're one.
Be stable in your emotion. You know what I mean? Because it's a long life. You need patience. Y'all about to become one. You can't be one. You can't be extraordinary hard if you don't have no patience. If you can't adapt with each other. If you can't put yourself in your partner's shoe.
But if you're saying one, if we're saying we're one, right? And you're easily angered, that person, then it no longer makes you one anymore.
But because that's what we see.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to make him understand is that if we say we're one and we're fused and you're easily angered, that means that then right now and then there's two different mindsets that we're separated.
But it takes that. It takes us to understand that we need patience with each other, because it's two different worlds that trying to blend, like fuse, become one.
Right. Two different worlds, whole thought process, especially the older you are into the relationship, or the older you are in, like the older you get to know each other. For example, if you met later on in life, you even have a greater amount of things that you have. You know what I mean? I don't know if you start earlier, you still have, but it's less. But what about the ones that are like starting later? You have past relationship, past traumas, past issues, past trust, all those things you have to be aware. If you're not aware,
and always keep that dynamic of Gamil diamond in your head. Like you need time, you need the pressure of the earth, you need heat to make something, to transform into something extraordinary. Always keep that thing in mind. Keep that dynamic in mind. Right? So let's go for the next one. The next foundation you need. Right? We said love, we said trust, we said truth, we said commitment, right? We said knowledge. The sixth one, it's actually respect. Respect. When I say respect, I'm talking about both ways. Mutual respect. It's not, I know for me it's a need, right? For a man, we can't function without any respect. Like we can't. But believe that a woman, she needs respect as much as you need. She's a leader. She needs to be respected by you, especially men. Man, we don't really respect our wife.
You guys don't see the importance, I guess.
Yeah. We don't really see the importance of respect. No,
as long as you love your wife, as long as you know.
It all comes from what I said, right? You don't really know the difference between rulership and headship. You think you gotta rule over your wife. So when you have that confusion in your head, obviously you're gonna be
misled.
Right? So we both need respect. Respect is a good foundation to build on a whole lifetime of marriage. Right? respect each other. Next, submission. Build your marriage on submission. When I say submission, it's not only the wife.
Mhm.
Again, both way.
Mhm.
I submit to her needs. You know those 5 essential needs that we talked
Right,
about.
right.
I submit to that,
Mhm.
and she
Submit
submit.
to it.
Yeah, and she submits to the same thing, to my needs as well.
So what's submit?
Submit means I commit, like I restrict myself from other possibility than just meeting your needs. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Submit, it actually means, when I submit to you, that means with love and grace and a lot of passion,
Mm-hmm.
I will restrict myself from doing other things than focusing on you,
And what you need.
in what you need,
Okay.
in every single thing that you need. That's
Mhm.
my commitment to you,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You need that commitment. You need that submission
Mm-hmm.
in order for you to build a strong marriage, a healthy home, a healthy marriage, a healthy society. We're just talking about the foundation.
Mhm.
Put all those foundations together, right?
And it stacks up. Now it becomes like a strong foundation. Now the foundation is stacking up. It's like bricks. It's gonna hold up your marriage. Everything you said are bricks. So respect, submission, love, all that are bricks that are holding up your marriage.
You need all that. You need that respect. You need that. You need that love. You need that trust. You need the truth,
Mm-hmm.
right? You need that commitment. You need that knowledge. You need that respect.
Mm-hmm.
You need that submission,
Right.
right? And you also need patience. You need patience. You need to be patient with each other. Patient, I'll tell you right now, the key to solve all your relationship problems.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that stops you from becoming one, if you want to solve it, use patience. Patience is the key to solve all your problems. Be patient with your partner.
Yeah.
And not only patient, be able to communicate with your partner. Express your feelings, your intent in a way that she fully or he fully understands you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it takes a lot of patience. Just like the diamond dynamic, right?
Right.
It takes a long extended period of time for the diamond to become strong and crystal and all that. Same for your marriage. It takes patience. Build your marriage on patience.
And I feel like patience, like, if you really dig deep, right? Patient means that it also falls into the giving grace. It falls into not being easily angered, understanding each other, being, empathetic to one another, all that, right? Understanding that, okay, well, it's not that she comes with a lot or he comes with a lot. It's not his fault. We can work through this. It's not the end all be all. We're not against each other. We're just trying to figure it out as we go. Because at the end of the day, it's two lives merged together.
Right.
But you still have like your own hurdles that you're going to go through. And, it will affect your marriage, but it's just a matter of how to navigate that.
So it takes patience in order for you to navigate, to come up with good solution, good results. Patience is the key. It's a good foundation for your marriage, right? Next, faithfulness. Faithfulness. You need to build your marriage on faithfulness. Because if there's no faith, if I don't trust you,
And I feel like it's also, again, godly marriage, right? Godly marriage, godly institution, faithfulness. If you think about that, it's like, that's why it's important to believe in Christ and believe in God when you're in a marriage, because you kind of hold yourself, you kind of have someone to answer to, which is God, right? When you're not in a godly marriage, well, you don't really have much to answer to. You have to answer to yourself. And when you answer to yourself, then, well, you know what? You make the rules. But if you're in a godly marriage and then you believe in God, what happens is that you kind of have someone to answer to.
I like
And that's
that
where
one.
the faithfulness comes in, right?
Faithfulness.
Faithful meaning that
Good foundation.
you have you keep the integrity of your marriage, right? You wouldn't do anything to jeopardize that marriage. And then, you have God that's holding you accountable as well, that's watching you. I'm telling you, guys, one thing that I've learned, and I feel like I've always felt like it's imperative, is that having a godly husband or a godly wife, somebody who believes in God, believe in Christ. Reason being is that, imagine, like I said, right, when you have nobody to, it's like me with you, babe. I know that you have a higher up, that same higher up that I have, that same God that I have, the same Father that I have is the same Father that you have. We both have, we have our Father that we kind of, that holds us accountable for our actions. Right? Mm-hmm. So if I know you're out there, I know that not only you're not afraid of me, you're not holding yourself accountable to me, but you're holding yourself accountable to God. So it's you and your God. So it gives you that peace. I feel like it gives you that peace knowing that, you know what, you guys you believe in this, you believe in your Father, you're doing what it takes to keep the relationship together, and you have to answer to God. When you have a husband or a wife that doesn't have to answer to no one.
So faithfulness actually comes from God.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
To actually have that faithfulness, you need to reconnect with your source, to where you're from, right? And where we're from God. Mm-hmm. Faithfulness comes from God. Connect to God, you will be faithful.
Right.
And faithfulness is a good foundation to build on a whole life, to build on a whole house, a whole marriage.
It takes off a lot on the list of worries and concerns in the marriage and all that stuff when you have faithfulness, because we have so much things that we already have to tackle, right? So faithfulness, if you can have that right from the bat, that it helps.
You have ignite that in you, because you're God. You're like, you're created in the image of God,
right?
So the faithfulness is in you.
God is faithful to us.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you just have to ignite it. Be faithful. Next. Financial stability. It's a good foundation to build on. I don't understand, like, some people that actually go get married when they don't have a job. They, like, how you gonna build something? Like, I understand you love her. I love her. I'm patient. But I'll tell you right now, if I love you, I mean, we can't pay the rent and the bills for 2 months. I don't know what am I gonna do with that love, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, yeah. Well, you talk about a foundation, right?
Foundation.
What to start with.
Like, you need to believe that having stability in your finance, it's one of your priority before you go into.
Because it's a trouble. It's a hurdle. Well, who wants to start a marriage with a hurdle?
You're gonna have a lot of problems, I guarantee you. Good marriage is just the beginning of a long journey.
Right.
In that journey, you're gonna have pressure. You're gonna have heat, massive pressure, great heat, great fight. Come on, you need financial stability.
And I imagine on top of that, you add financial instability.
We're just telling you guys, those are the foundation that you need to build a solid marriage, a solid one, a crystal, an extraordinary marriage. You need that foundation, the one we just listed.